Really quick, guys, before we get started with today's video, I wanted to make a quick little announcement slash heads up for you guys. As of today, Wednesday, September 30th, I am not actually here recording this video right now. I'm actually in this thing. Pretty cool, huh? And I'm traveling up and down the West Coast with my family on this really fun road trip adventure type vacation, all of those words, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm gonna have some nice R&R and fun. But just because I'm not actually here doesn't mean you guys aren't getting any videos. This is past Steven here letting you know that videos are gonna be regular, probably around 3 videos every single week. Everything from Vanguard Zero to Vanguard anime and trivia videos to various other TCG related videos like Digimon or just generic TCG knowledge. So definitely get excited for that. Because I'm not actually here in the Champions Cave, I won't be able to actually do any streams for you guys until I get back around October 8th or 9th. So just be ready for some awesome streams coming up next month, as well as some more videos coming out once I get back. I'll be in a much more regular schedule, maybe videos every other day or pretty much every day. So definitely get excited. Sorry again that I'm just gonna be gone, but I just wanted to have some nice vacation time and have some fun with my family because, you know, fun times are fun. But anywho, guys, thank you so much for understanding. Hopefully you guys understand where I'll be. If you have any questions or miss me, feel free to follow me on Twitter. I'll probably be posting about all my adventures and stuff there and over on Instagram. Links, all that stuff down below in case you want to catch up with me. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and hop into my Garmore MLB deck list for Vanguard Zero. Welcome back, everyone. My name is Steven Rodriguez. I am your true champion, and as you can tell by everything going on, today we're doing another Vanguard Zero deck profile, but not just any deck profile. We'll be doing a brand new MLB deck list. I know, it's been literally forever since I've talked about MLB, and that's because, well, everything that has been said about MLB, everything that you guys complain about with MLB, everything that we've ever experienced with MLB, you guys already know about. But I thought it'd be fun to sort of take a look at sort of how MLB has evolved over the nerfs, over set 7 coming out, and how it's going to be kind of going into set 8. And I think a really cool way to do that is by showing you guys a more innovative style of MLB deck, and that is the Garmore MLB deck. Normally, MLB is like this really just super powerful deck that has all these amazing options and creates all this advantage, but it does lack in some departments, and I think the inclusion of Garmore is sort of put in there as a way to sort of get rid of some of those little things it's missing. One of the things that I don't like about MLB is that in the late game, if you're not super ahead against your opponent, it can feel like you're falling really behind and it's hard for you to catch back up. But Garmore allows you to do that, not only by having a really strong defensive Vanguard, but also by allowing you to get boosters out of nowhere and thin your deck some more. So that allows you to just have a very, very decompressed deck towards the late game while also just filling your board when you need to. I can't believe I'm saying this, but towards the end of set 7 format, my favorite deck to use on ranked right now is my Garmore MLB deck because it's super fast, has tons of options, and I kind of like it a lot. So guys, we're going to be doing our standard deck list plus gameplay demonstration today. As always, if you guys are excited, be sure to leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and click that bell for notifications so that you guys know when my videos go live for you. And don't forget, boys and girls, we have a series here on my channel called the Deck Doctor series. So if you ever want to submit any decks for me to review and give you guys some tips on, be sure to join the Discord, link to that down below, and be sure to type in your deck submissions or provide a screenshot in the hashtag Deck Doctor chat, and hopefully your deck list will be reviewed during the next episode over on my Twitch channel. But without further ado, boys and girls, let's go ahead and hop into this deck list and see what we got with Garmore MLB. Alright, boys and girls, so as you can see, you have your standard bells and whistles of 4 Blaster Blade, 4 Blaster Dark, 4 MLB, 4 Gancelot, 3 Palamedes, Lians, Dings, Starcall Trumpeters. We already know this is how you build MLB, but the spicy bits is we're playing 4 copies of Snowball instead of Marin, and we're playing 2 copies of Garmore and only 3 Palamedes. That is the room. Those 6 cards, those 6 slots, that's how you build this deck. It's still 9 draw, it's still Libergal because Wingull Brave sucks, and there you go. I'm not going to explain anything about why MLB is good, you guys should already know that. But let's talk about what Garmore does, just in case you guys don't know, because he is kind of an old card at this point. He has 3 main skills. The first one is during your turn, this unit gets power plus 1000 for each of your Snowball and Bruggle in play. This is a Vanguard skill, by the way. The second skill is probably the best one with him, is Vanguard Rearguard. When placed, discard a card from your hand to call a Snowball from your deck. And then the last skill, on Vanguard Circle only, all of your Snowball and Bruggle get Intercept. So, he is not only a really cool way to build board by getting you boosters, but in the late game, if you ever ride him, you can turn all of these Snowballs that you've been getting from your deck into grade 1 Intercepts, which is super, super strong, because sometimes if you're not saving up all your PGs in hand or you've been using them a bunch, MLB can actually lack a lot in the defense department, and this can kind of help that. And just in case you guys don't know what Snowball actually does, he has a really cool effect that says, during your turn, this unit gets power plus 1000 for each of your other Snowball and Bruggle. So if I have 3 Snowballs in play, all those Snowballs become 9000 power, which is super good. The goal with this deck is to get 3 Snowballs in play. That is like your ideal board, one behind the Vanguard, one behind the left rearguard column, and one behind the right rearguard column, because that allows you to have a 9k booster for your Vanguard MLB, thus making you 21 if you have both Blaster Blade and Blaster Dart in your soul. That's just like a little bit of an extra sort of hint for you guys of like, hey, guess what? You can also create some offensive pressure with this strategy, which is super cool. And yeah, I kind of really like this deck because it's not like you're sacrificing any of your consistency with this deck. I would actually argue you're adding some because, like I said earlier, Garmore can filter through your deck in the late game by calling out boosters from your deck. That's pretty much it for the deck, you guys. Pretty simple. I mean, we know what MLB does at this point. You know, you want to get your Blaster Blade, your Blaster Dart on board, scoop them in your soul, get your crit, get your plus 10k power. If you're missing anything, be sure to use your Star Call Trumpeters and your Lians appropriately so that we can have all the cards you need in your hand to set up your combo. And then don't forget Ganslot's busted. Do busted things with it. That's pretty much it, you guys. If you do have any questions, though, be sure to leave them down in the comments below, or better yet, hop into my Twitch channel. I go live pretty much all the time, and I do a lot of things in just chatting, and I play a lot of Vanguard Zero, so definitely come, stop by, and ask some questions, and hopefully get some live answers from me. And boys and girls, with all that being said, it's time to take this deck over on the rank ladder and see what it can do. Alright, here we are for the first game fighting against Royal Paladin. Probably going to be a mirror match of MLB. That would be super fun to see, especially if they're not playing Garmore, so then we can see sort of if Garmore gives us the edge or not. That'd be pretty cool. And ooh, those super hot Blaster Dark Spirit Sleeves. I see you. I like that. So I'm going to put the Snuggle back. I'm not a big fan of keeping PGs in my hand right now, especially when we don't have grade 2s. I will hang on to the Ganslot though, because it's essentially more ways to see Blaster Blade. Plus it lets me see more grade 2s potentially, and there's a Blaster Blade and a Star Call Trumpeter. So we are good to go. We have the entire combo in hand. There's Libregal. We are going first too, which is kind of nice. So we're looking good here. There's another Blaster Blade. Okay, I'm less excited now because I'm losing all my Blaster Blades, but it's alright. I really want to use Lian's effect and discard a Blaster Blade, but it's not worth it, so I'm not going to. I'd rather keep the Blaster Blade than not keep the Blaster Blade. It's pretty simple, actually. I will put this Ganslot back in my deck, though, once my opponent gives me a damage, so that way I can use the effect efficiently and have access to that heal trigger still in the deck when it's being able to be used. No sense in using it now. There's the K, he's gonna put the Libregal back, etc., etc. We know what happens. This is pretty easy stuff right here. I wonder if he wants to rush us though. I've always seen people who like rush other MLB decks and like get as much damage as possible really soon. I don't really like that mentality. I think the matchup is more decided by just like how ahead you can get and how ahead you can stay, not necessarily how much damage you get. I know ahead and damage are very synonymous with most people, but I prefer to think board advantage is the most important thing when it comes to this matchup. I want to hold back from playing the Snoggles too as much as possible because I don't want my opponent to know I'm playing Garmore. It's kind of in there as sort of like a surprise tactic rather than just like, oh yeah, this is a thing you should expect, because sometimes you can have some really cool turns against your opponent where you can like have more defense out of nowhere that they were not expecting, and it's super powerful for you. So I'm not going to activate any other effects. It's going to boost and attack. If we get a heal trigger, we do. If we get a draw trigger, we do, and that's all. Super awesome. Speaking of draw triggers, there it is. Thank you, Palmades. And there's 2 Snoggles in our hand already. If we see a Garmore at any point, we can have a 21k Vanguard using our MLB, which is super nice. Granted, it's less nice in the MLB mirror match because they're 12k base instead of 11k base, but you know what? You get the idea. It's pretty cool. We could have a 22k Palmades though, which is super nice. Granted, I've seen 2 of my 3 already, so most likely not going to happen. But if it does, it does. So there's the Bowman? No, not Bowman. Bedivere. I was thinking of Gold Paladin for a second. He's going to be using Libregal there to search for a grade 3. That's going to be an SP MLB. This guy does not hold back. I like it. SP MLB is pretty sexy. I'm not going to lie. There's the Lian for the boost. I wonder what he's going to do now. Using the effect Soul Saver Dragon. Yo, I was a champion for Soul Saver Dragon and MLB for like the entirety of set 4, 5, and I think 6-man I had Soul Saver Dragon in my MLB deck because the card is super fun late game. But I'm liking Garmore right now as well as a really good late game option. But Soul Saber Dragon, definitely try it if you haven't already. And there's the Blaster Dark. I would like to save the 2 counter blasts for Star Call, but if we have to, we have to, right? Also, I'm not a big fan of having all my Blaster Blades in my hand already, because that means any Gancelots I get are dead. But you know what? It's fine. I really can't complain. Alright, so here we are in the position where I'm going to reveal that I have Snowgle in my deck because I have to. I need a booster for that Star Call because I want to make sure I can maximize as much damage as possible this turn. I'm going to show him the SP one because he knows I have that one in my hand. He does not know about these other 2. Always reveal to your opponent stuff they already know so that we don't give them any more information. And look at that. He's like, oops. He's like, oh, you're playing that MLB deck. I don't know why Garmore MLB has such a stigma to it. I'm not sure what that's about, but you know what? I like it a lot. I think it's really powerful. And hopefully I can show you guys that during this video. And no triggers there, so we're going to be pushing our opponent to 5, or we're going to PG check them on the first MLB turn of the game, which is super nice because, like I said, MLB, not the most defensive deck in the world. Probably don't have tons of PGs in his hand right now, so we're looking really, really good. Also, he only has 5 cards in his hand, so he needs MLB, Dark, and Blade, or something to get one of those 3. So he needs 3 cards out of those 5 to be the pieces. So let's see if he's got it. A really cool thing about MLB is I'm a big fan of statement decks. What do I mean by that? I mean like decks that go, hey, I'm doing this. What can you do about it? And I feel like MLB's always been a statement deck. It's like, I have a crit every turn. What are you going to do about it? And then MLB Mirror Match is, I'm going to have a crit every turn too. So let's see if he does it. Can he match my aggression, or is he going to fall behind? He does have the Leon, though, to dig if he really, really needs it. There's a Blaster Dark. Most likely has that Blaster Blade then, because Blaster Dark's the hardest piece to get. Usually the other one is going to be, yep, okay, so he has the Star Call, but I get to keep my Intercept, which is nice. So now he needs a booster for that Blaster Dark / Blade column if he really, really needs it. Does he have the booster? So he can actually do damage to me and not just push me to 4. Because if he just pushes me to 4, I can just get rid of his Intercept and swing, which is really good for us. No, he's just going to call back. Oh, no, never mind. Bedivere. He's good. He's got the attack, pushing me to 5. I will be pushed to 5 since I don't have any PGs in my hand, which is scary. But I'm going to have the safe assumption of he doesn't have one in his hand either. I kind of have to make that assumption, otherwise I die, which is not fun. Dying's not fun, in case you guys didn't know. Draw trigger, super nice. He'll be hitting no matter what happens. Do I draw a PG? No, I don't, but I do draw another Snowgle, which is kind of cool. That's my boosters become 8K boosters like Marin's, so now it's essentially like I'm playing Marin, but it's a dog. There's the 27K. Oof, so close. Time for pain. Watch him be the only... Oh, wait, no, he is playing crits in his deck. Oh, no, we're in trouble, team. Okay, we're good. For a second, I was like, what if he's playing crits? Oh my god, he is! We could have died there. That's scary, isn't it? There's a heal trigger. We were not going to die there. Gancelot, always come in clutch, right? Why when you need him? Not when you want him, when you need him. I like that. I like that mentality for you, Gancelot. It's appreciated. Can I see a PG now, please? Because I think that's all I need to seal up this game with the way things are going to go this turn. Oh my god, I'm the god! MLB, why are you just so busted? It's moments like that where you're like, I think MLB's busted. Or is it me and my Psyqualia making me busted? I'm not sure. You decide in the comments. Oh my god, I love moments like that. That's why I play this game, boys and girls. That's why I play this game. A cool thing I could have done here is I could have saved the Intercept and just put my Snowball up there to attack the Star Call, but I want to have 2 Intercepts because, well, it's MLB. I don't want to take too much damage if I don't have to. So we're going to swing. I really want to swing my Vanguard first here and deny him the 2 Counterblast if he has the PG in hand. I'm going to take this risk because I feel like I'm very defensively positioned, so I'm going to take this risk here. There's a draw trigger too, so if he doesn't get any triggers, I can still hit him with my Rear Guard. And there's another PG in my hand. We're winning this game. Calling it now. Oh, he doesn't have the... Yes! Okay, I'm cool with this. Oh, I didn't get the trigger! Yes, let's go! Blaster Blade with the finishing blow. Oh, man. Okay, he gets a 6 damage heal, but hey, I like that. That felt good. I made the safe play, I think, there, and I actually had the aggressive play out of it, which always feels good. When you make the safe play and then the aggressive play happens, it's really fun. But now we have 2 intercepts. We have 2 PGs in our hand. We're at 4 damage. We know he has no PGs in his hand. He's at 5 damage. Unless we see a double heal here, we're looking really good. By the way, that moment when you have an SP MLB, but you don't have 4 Gancelots, that moment, that moment when, that's a fun meme right there. What's this card? Starblaze Dragon? Star Drive Dragon. I was close. There's 2 heals gone. Watch him topic the PG. I wouldn't be surprised. We MLB players are crazy like that. Yep, the PG in my hand will keep me more than alive. Watch me draw Garmore. Dude, if I draw Garmore, I'm riding him. If I draw Garmore, I'm riding him. Facts. Not lies, facts. Blaster Dark. Okay, it's not worth it. I have a crit on my Vanguard. I'm just gonna assume my crit. If he has the PG, he does. I have 2 attacks that can hit him. That's what I'm supposed to do. But you know, I want it to be crazy. Let me be crazy. Oh, and there's the scoop! He knew he was dead! Oh, don't you hate to see it, boys and girls? Don't you hate to see it? Oh, the Snoggles. He was afraid of the doggos. He's like, I don't want those doggos to kill me. I would have won with Snowgle if I had the power to. Ooh, we got some coral sleeves with that. Awesome. Feels good. Moving on to game 2. After demolishing the mirror match, we're fighting against potentially a Kagero player. I'm pretty sure that skin can only be used for Kagero, actually. So, fighting against Kagero, probably gonna be Dote. All of these set 4 matchups, man. I'm feeling the nostalgia vibes. Where's the set 7 decks? Where are the Maelstroms? I want to kick some Aquaforce, but I'm going second here, so I don't mind keeping the second Lien. I really want to dig for a grade 3. Yeah, I'll do this. Alright, feels good. Now all we need to do is see one of our mini Ganslots or access to Blaster Blade or our Starkle, and we're feeling good. And the game is working. we're doing the diggity darn thing. And we are fighting against Kagero, so I mean, at this point, you know, I'm sure we have as Vanguard Zero players, and as someone who has debunked this many times, yes, Dote has a favorable matchup by like 5%, but it's still pretty 50-50 on how these tend to go. Here we're seeing waterfalls, so I wouldn't be surprised to see other fun tech things like Blockade or Dual Axe Arc Dragging, which could be scary to deal with. And there is our Ganslot, aka our Blaster Blade. So we're looking really good. I'm not going to use the effect now because there's no point given that I have a grade 2 ride in Blaster Dark. So we're just going to swing with our Lien at the Kagero Lien. Get a draw trigger, super good. We're going to draw APG. Oh, just when, like, I'm telling you guys, this is my favorite deck to use on ladder right now. And the reason is because stuff like this always happens. It just feels like you get another bit, another bit, another bit. It's like DJ Khaled the deck. This deck always gives me more reasons to think it's busted and super fun to use. So if you guys are sleeping on MLB or you still have it, don't be afraid to bust it out. It'll be good for still a long while. I think until set 9, it's still a viable deck to use. It's not until we get Jewel Knights, which will be like Limit Break MLB, until this deck becomes out of favor. And it's not because the deck is bad. It's because there's slightly a better deck to use, or a cooler deck to use if you want to like use that descriptor as well. By the way, did he not ride his Vanguard? He did not, by the way. He just used Gojo's effect and drop and drew. Oh my god, you hate to see it, boys and girls. And the worst part is the striking was right here. The striking was right there in the damage zone, taunting him. He's like, why aren't you Angel Feather? Why aren't you playing Angel Feather, you schmuckhead? Oh, don't you just hate to see it? And the worst part is I'm going to use a double Cancelot right now. I'm going to swing my Vanguard first, and if I get a heal trigger, I'm going to feel bad. I'm not going to feel that bad, but I'll feel pretty bad. Dude, first the scoop and now a savagery. Oh, dude, the MLB tingles. They're coming. They are coming. No boosters, actually, and I have half a mind to call a booster. 3, 6, 7. You know, it's fine. I can always swing at the bar if I need to. Nope, no heal. It's fine. Don't get a trigger, you schmuck. You won't. Oh, I hope he drew a grade 2. He's gonna need one. Oh, don't you just hate it when that happens? Oh my goodness gracious. Hey, at least I saved him from a top deck of a grade 1 right there. When you're not playing Angel Feather and you're like looking at your damage zone, you're like, what could have been? Also, he has 2 heal triggers gone as well. Wow, that's so sad. All right, there's the Belcosity. I feel less bad now. No more mercy. I wasn't showing mercy before. Okay. I've always been like hesitant. I'm always a very hesitant guy when it comes to just like plowing my hand on the board after my opponent gets grade locked for one turn, because it always feels like no, it can come back. Don't be too crazy. Don't be too crazy. Because you never know. One turn is not 8 turns. You know what I mean? Now, 8 turns, feel free to drop your hand and try and go for a game at that point. Put them out of their misery at that point. But always be Be careful. Ooh, another, that's a lot. And I get to still, I won't have any heals active though. You know what, I'm gonna hang on to this Gan slot because there's no point in putting more heals back when I can't use any. That's actually a risk more so than a actual efficient use. Oh, I just drew a Blaster Blade. That makes me a little bit less excited to not use Gan slot's skill, but I still won't do it. I'm stubborn like that. Alright, so here's a really cool turn where I'm actually going to use Garmore because I have no boosters. So I'm just going to ditch this Palamedes, get a Snowball for this boy, call the 2 9Ks, and then have a party. I want to maximize aggression. If he gets the trigger, he gets the trigger. I'll just attack with the Garmore column at the bar at that point. But if I have the chance to push him to 4, use my crit, and then push him to 5, I will. Just seems really good for me. No trigger. I will swing with this first because that's already swinging for game. I could also get rid of the bar if I really, really wanted to, but I don't really want to. There's a heal trigger. Yep, don't want to waste any more than I have to. Let's see, does he die? Does he just die? Do I put him out of his misery? Nope, he's a PG. Is 5 damage the same as 4? He kind of is. But he has, I don't care. 5 damage is better than 4 because it gives me more lethal swings at him. And I don't care about that bar column. Yes! Haha. Always trust your gut. Well, actually, no, I didn't trust my gut there. Always trust the board state over your gut. There you go. But if your gut is in response to the board state, maybe trust it a little bit. I'm always giving contradictory advice, don't worry about it. And there's the Dote, as well as a booster for that Dote. I'm assuming he has 1 PG in his hand, given the way he's sort of acting here. Not wanting to call any more. Maybe he has a bunch of grade 3s. I would still call at least one of them if he has grade 3s in his hand. I'm not sure what cards you wouldn't want to call unless they are more Dotes, of course. That could be pretty good. If he gets like a double restand here, which is possible, that could be pretty scary. But I'm not too worried about it. I'm actually really excited, by the way, because, I suppose I don't mind that, given that it's a better column. And that definitely means he has at least 1 PG in his hand, because it's like, I do have a booster, but I'm not going to use it, right? That's like that mentality right there. And there we see a double draw trigger. Oh, boys and girls, this is double Dote restand time. And just like that, he could come back in the game if he draws the rest of his PGs and or sees a heal trigger. We could be in some serious trouble here, actually. Ooh, I like it. As a Kagero fanboy, I love it when Kagero decks come back from like bad positions. But as the opponent right now, I'm feeling a little sketched out right now because I could be in some trouble here. There's another draw trigger. He's gonna draw like 8 cards this turn. That's insane. And then 4 draw triggers in a row? Are you serious? Dude, I've never done that as a Dote player, and I played Dote a lot in this game. That's, you know what? Claps. Can I get some claps in the comments, please, for this guy? He is living his dream right now. He is living his dream. How many triggers are gone? Oh my god, he's seen all of his draw triggers already. That's insane. That's actually insane. Oh my god, that's so cool. I said it. He's like, it looks like you're good. And the emotes in response to that, I love it. I have 2 PGs in my hand. Dude, that was intense. I enjoyed that very much. Not a single heal trigger, but that was intense. Oh my god, that was dope. I have half a mind to search for. I need a thing that I can attack with. This will do. 2 PGs and an intercept, given that he's not playing. Given that he has no counterblast for Berserk Dragon is the correct play here because I want to have 3 attacks, not just 2 attacks. And I want to try and play it because he only has access to 2 PGs maximum. I'm going to go on a limb and say he has another PG in his hand. He doesn't. Don't you dare heal. Oh, no, he did! I'm stupid. Oh, no. Dude, that was a throw and a half. All right, come on. Oh, no, we're in trouble now, team. Oh, because now he has Berserk Dragon abilities. Oh no, team, we're in trouble. Oh my god, dude! If we lose this game, I'm keeping it in because that's such a cool way to lose. I thought I could have sworn he drew his last. Wait, didn't I see him drive check 1? Oh, I think I did see him drive check 1 actually earlier in the earlier turn. So I probably should have assumed he didn't have one. But I was in shock. The dough determines he was making a cooking joke. Oh, because he's making food or something. Don't you dare have a Berserk Dragon. Oh, he has the Berserk Dragon in his hand. Oh my god, we're in trouble. We are so in trouble. Okay, if he 6 damage heals, so can we, and then this game is super dope. But dang, clap. Like I said, boys and girls, Like I said, Dope has a favorable matchup against MLB. I'm trying to use this moment of just pure BSery to be like, let's teach y'all something. Don't do what I do. Go for the crit. It's still a 6 damage. I should have done it, but I thought he didn't. I thought he had it. Oh, and there we go, boys and girls. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Oh my God, yes. I'm not gonna emote. We're better than that. We are better than emotes, okay? We are better than emoting right now. Oh my God. I freaking love this game. This game is my best friend. And I saw him drive check that PG, boys and girls. Don't yell at me in the comments. I'm not gonna make the same mistake of attacking with Blaster Blade first here. Oh my God, that was, because he still has a heal trigger left. Oh my God, that was so dope. Gancelot, you always come through, homie. You always come through. Oh my God, that was such a great game. Can I get, what's the best hashtag for this? Hashtag never punished. Can I get some hashtag never punished in the comments, please? Oh my God, that game was legendary, dude. We gotta play one more. That game was super dope. We gotta play one more. Here we go. Game 3. After a mirror match, after a dope Kagero game, here we go with a dope Narukami game, hopefully. Finally, a limit break deck we can fight against and damage deny potentially. You know, the actual value of MLB in this format right now. Jesus, that was amazing. I love it so much. Okay. Gotta calm down. That was intense. That was awesome. Let's go ahead and play against this Narukami player. Given that we have our MLB in our hand, we do not care if he kills Libergal or not, but if we get to keep him alive, I'll use him to dig for a Gancelot maybe. I don't know. He'll just be a booster probably. I have a ride. I prefer not riding Snoggles if I can control it, so let's see if we get a Leanne or something. We do get a Leanne, but given our hand, I kind of want to save the Leanne, but I'm worried about losing it if I do. So I will save. I'm not gonna need the Leanne. I will need the Leanne, huh? And also, what's with me drawing all these Blaster Blades? Like, it's nice to retire rear guards, but it's not nice when you want to use Gancelots. I'm gonna ride. I'm gonna ride Snowball. Snowball is less valuable in this matchup anyway. The best thing I could use him for is a 9k booster, and most of the time you're damage denying, so that means you're swinging with your Vanguard first in most situations, so hanging on to the potential drop and draw, so that way I can dig for Star Call and Blaster Dark on the next coming turns is gonna be more important, so that's why I'm riding it here. Ooh, we just traded PGs, because I drove check 1 and he damage check 1. Nice, because PGs are super nice to have, in case you guys didn't know that. I'm always trying to give you guys advice on stuff, and I'm always like, well, is it necessary? No, not always. I wonder if he just is gonna get rid of my Libergal. I think it's safe to get rid of Libergal almost all the time, because like if you don't get rid of it, then you're operating under the assumption that they have MLB. But if you're doing it, that means you're like preventing them. I always say whatever you can do to make it harder on your opponent to do stuff, do it. Because that'll hopefully give you advantage. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, but it's like you're still getting some kind of value for it. So I like that he went for it. I probably would have too. We're gonna ride the SP boy because we're flashy. I'm going to call Leanne. I'm gonna activate her skill. I'm gonna drop this MLB. That's flashing to my opponent that I have another one in my hand, but I need to dig for things. There's a Palmades. I'm gonna do it again, because I really don't want that Palmades. There's a Gancelot. I will yeah. I will activate the Gancelot effect, get my third and last Blaster Blade out of the deck, so that way I have maximum potential to draw as many cards that I need to next turn. Oh, and the next card is Blaster Dark. Don't you hate it when that happens? And he gets a heal trigger. Boo. Super boo. That turn was awful. I have a bunch of Blaster Blades in my hand, but no Blaster Darks. And not a lot of things that aren't Blaster Dark in that deck. But I hopefully, off of these Leannes, will have access to a Star Call or a Blaster Dark on the next turn, which is all I need to finish my combo. There's a 9k. We see another one that could be a problem, because that means I won't have intercepts on the next turn, because I'll have to call the Star Call in the back, and there's another 9k. That's not good. And we're probably only going to get 2 damages turn max. There's a K. Is he playing crits? Do we know yet? No, just draws probably. And if he plays crits, it's like a cheeky 2, never 4. I've never seen 4 crits in this deck. Draw trigger, hype. Easy fodder to discard. If we can't... I'll still be able to control his Limit Break though this turn, which is nice. I haven't seen any sign of damage adders in his deck either, which is nice. And there's the Star Call top deck. Like I said, boys and girls, another one. That's how this deck acts, which is amazing. All right, so let's go ahead. I will activate Lien's skill first. Which one is this one? I want the one behind the Vanguard. Yes, this one. I'm going to discard MLB. If we get the Blast of Dark here, that'd be pretty great. Oh, now I can save the 2 counter blasts and utilize them. Do I want to do that? Do I actually care? The answer to that question is no, because I want to damage deny him. So I just want to attack the 2 rear guards and move on with my life. So I will use nothing here. I'm just gonna, I want to have the intercepts. So I'll use Star Calls here to thin the deck, get a Blaster Dart, call Blaster Blade. It's a lot less value, but it's the play that I want to go for this turn because I don't want to give him 3, or sorry, I don't want to give him 4. I want to keep him at 3. But the fact that I have just more intercepts in my hand for the following turn to rebuild my board, depending on what he does to me on the next turn, is good enough for me. I could have like called Garmore, discarded Star Called, got Snowgle, but doing that doesn't give me 2 intercepts. Sorry, unintercept doing that, so I'd rather have the 1 intercept to force him to do something, and then next turn I have Blaster Blade access, that way I can push for more damage or keep him at 3 after what he does happens. So there is another heal wasted, feels good, and a Thunderstorm. Okay, so now we'll see what he's got cooking. He has no cards on board, only 4 cards in his hand. We have an intercept. We're feeling really safe, really good. We're at 3 damage, equal damage to our opponents. Let's see what happens. The scariest thing you can do this turn is like go for a Death Scythe, call 3 boosters, and party, but if he does that, his hand's essentially empty, and then I have a Blaster Blade in my hand, and I just go for big crits and I try and kill him, because if he has all those cards in his hand just to call, he probably doesn't have a PG in his hand, so we're looking pretty safe to just go for game, but let's see what he does here. I wouldn't mind seeing a booster next turn either. I might actually call the Garmore, get the booster, then call over the Garmore just so I can have the booster for my rear guards. That'd be super dope. Depends on what topic though, because if it's a PG or another grade 2, I don't think it's worth it. Just gonna swing. Okay, so that tells me, what does that tell me? That tells me his hand is either a lot of PGs or a lot of grade 3s, or a combination of those 2. Because the grade 3s are useless because they can't hit my Vanguard, so there's no point in calling them if you can't use them. But if he had like a, ooh, I would have liked that. If he had like a 13k attacker, no, I would have still called the booster probably. Sorry, a grade 3. But I guess the risk of, when you're sad because you lose a PG just to get another one. How many PGs are in here actually? I don't remember. But given that he didn't call anything else, I don't need to actually waste, I don't have to waste anything actually. I can just call this and save another Blaster Blade in my hand, which is nice. Yeah, there's no point in wasting that effect. I will PG check him. If he has one, I'll pass. But if he doesn't have one, he goes to 5, which is nice. It's like I always say, if you're gonna give him 4, give him 5. No trigger for us. Does he have a PG? He does. Do I care about his Limit Break? Yes, I do. Gonna pass. Again, I've seen no signs of damage adds in his deck, so there's no reason for me to think that this won't stick this turn. And then next turn I can just go for another PG check / just punch him in the face a bunch. That'd be super nice for us. There's the Jin. There is that. Gonna stop one of our intercepts. Probably gonna stop the, I would have stopped the Blaster Blade one actually, so that way you can just clear that column out, but oh, okay, he's gonna stop both of us. Ooh, the combos. That's why the Desert Gunners are nice. I think the Desert Gunners are better than damage adds because they let you be aggressive whilst playing around your Limit Break. While, yes, your Limit Breaks are aggressive, they still cost more than just these cards, so hanging on to these to try and play around damage denying is super nice. And there's another PG going there. I don't like that. But luckily he did not get double trigger, so we're in a safe position here. We have a Blaster Blade in our hand. He only has 2 cards in his hand. I have to go for... here's something he did very wrong. I think given how many Blaster Darks I have revealed and how many Blaster Blades I revealed, he did the correct thing here. But letting me keep this Blaster Dark is actually very bad for him because it allows me to use my effect still on MLB. So if he does get a defensive here, I can still hit, which is super nice. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to swing with Bedivere, right? No. I could swing with Vanguard first here, but that's not smart. No, Bedivere first. See if he gets to the defensive. If he does, we swing with our Vanguard. Okay, he does not. So now I don't need to activate my effect. I can just swing with my Vanguard, PG check him and then clear his board and then have 2 intercepts on board. I need to see a heal trigger here, sadly, though, if I want to actually win. I do have all 4 in my deck, though, and he doesn't have a PG. And that's game, boys and girls. So, we did have access to all 4 PGs, but if my opponent had at least one other thing that he could attack with, we would have... No, I didn't have any PGs, actually. No, I would have died to his limit break attack, actually. So I had to go for my gold there, essentially. That was the best I could have done. I could have, like, potentially called Garmore, thinned my deck some more, and tried to dig for the heal trigger on drive check. Had I, like, thought the next turn ahead, which I did not do, but turned out it didn't matter. Never punished. Hashtag never punished. Still in the comments. Nice job, guys. And there you guys go. That is my current Garmore MLB deck list for the current Set 7 format in Cardfight Vanguard Zero. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure to leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and click that bell for notifications so that you guys know when my videos go live for you. If you have any lingering questions, please feel free to leave them down in the comments below, or better yet, hop into my Twitch channel. I go live all the time, and I play a lot of Vanguard Zero, and I do a lot of things in just chatting, so feel free to come, ask some questions, talk about all your TCG woes, and hopefully get some live answers. And with all that being said, you guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, I've been your true champion, Steven. Be sure to work hard, rest easy, and live well, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.